In this video, we will discuss your role as an academic advisor. First, we need to talk about the definition of advising. From Nakata this week, we posted a link that has many definitions of academic advising because there is no one set definition. To put it simply though, you are to assist students with making the most of their college experience in whatever aspect that looks like. In thinking about your role, take a moment to think about your most powerful advising experience, either as an advisor or an advisee. Think about what made that experience so special to you and made it so impactful. Probably that experience dealt with the relationship that you had with that advisor or that advisee. This quote states, high-impact advisors realize that the positive outcomes of advising sessions are not just limited to students. In fact, the real joy of advising occurs when advisors understand how fulfilling it is to really impact other people's lives and how much they can learn from their advisees. Advising at its core is the relationship that you build with your advisee. So how do you go about building relationships with your advisees? First and foremost, prepare to meet your advisee. So this could mean, for example, looking up a student in Carteret Compass, seeing what classes that they have taken previously, looking at their transfer classes, how did they do academically in their classes before arriving for your meeting. A student really will appreciate you taking the time to do your background work on them first before your meeting, as that shows that you really care. Welcoming your advisee to your advising session. So those build those lasting impressions. So did you greet the student when they came? Did you provide them, a welcoming email telling them what they need to prepare for your advising session beforehand? That really makes a difference and will really leave an impact with that student. How to build rapport. So are you asking questions about their personal interests, their family situation? Do they work? Sharing about their extracurricular and also sharing about yourself as well. Next, really getting into that exploration and clarification of their long-term goals. You need to really take time to listen to the student and find out what they are interested in, if they have any concerns. What are their career goals, their future goals? After you really listen, that's when you get into the guiding aspect of advising. So once you understand their needs and their desires, you can really begin to advise them on what their courses are going to look like. What is it going to look like in this program long term? Is this going to match with your career goals, this program? Wrapping up at the end of an advising session is reminding students of the action that you, the advisor, will take, and then actions that the advisee themselves should be taking during the semester or before your next meeting. And then always following up with an advisee. So follow up on the commitments that you've stated. Provide ongoing provision of relevant information. So anything that's announced during the semester that you think is relevant to the student. And really, like I said, demonstrate an interest and concern. So after finishing with an advising session, really going back and recapping what you discussed during that advising session and what you can expect or what the advisee can expect from you in the future. So what do students essentially want from their advisors? They want to matter. They want to belong. They want to be seen, heard, supported, believed in, and ultimately care about. Advisees don't care that you know the answer to every single question that they ask. They care that you listen to them and you say that even though I don't know the answer to this question, I'm going to take the time to research and find that out for you. So what are some conversations that you should be having with your advisees? You should be having conversations with the individual student, so discussing things like their values, their interests, their strengths, areas for improvement in terms of grade-wise, study skills, time management, and talking about their involvement at the college. And then conversations that are informational, so any policies or procedures that are relevant to the student, academic requirements or program requirements, important dates and deadlines, and then discussing specifically the program of study. And then conversations about their future. So ultimately setting goals with them, answering questions about what they want for their future, what steps they need to take, and how they're changing as a result of their education. Building relationships is first and foremost, but what are your responsibilities? You should always be available to meet with students either during your office hours or by appointment. Empowering students to take responsibility for their success, and that includes clarifying their personal values and goals. Helping to create and approve semester schedules that will set the student up for success. You should be providing them relevant, current academic information. You should be creating and maintaining a collaborative environment with the student. Referring students who may need assistance solving academic or personal problems to the respectable parties. You should always maintain confidentiality with your advisees in accordance to FERPA. And then staying informed of current and changing academic policies, regulations, and program requirements. If you ever have any questions about your role as an advisor, please do not hesitate to reach out to a member of the advising committee.